Good morning, everyone. First of all, a big thank you for everyone for joining the demo this morning, and welcome to Triotech Software Trainings. So today we are going to have a demo on Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud application. So if I move to the agenda for today's training, here first we are going to talk about Oracle Fusion applications evaluation overview, and in the what is Fusion application. Let me mute everyone. Everyone, if anyone having any doubts, then you can unmute yourself and you can ask any question. So in our agenda, first we are going to talk about what is meant by Oracle Fusion applications and when these applications got evolved in the market and what are the roots that laid down for coming up by this product by the Oracle, and what exactly the offerings that Oracle is giving to the customers in the market in today. And then we will talk about the Oracle on-premise versus cloud deployment options. I mean, we are having two deployment options in these Fusion applications. We are going to talk about the difference between on-premise and cloud. And within the cloud model also, we are having three types of deployment options available, like SaaS model, PaaS, and Ias model, software as a service, platform as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Like when client will choose which deployment option, we will discuss here in the on-premise versus cloud deployment option. And then we will see the Fusion environment releases, like when the year Oracle introduced this Fusion applications into the market, and what is the first version they came in the market, and what is the current latest version of Fusion applications, and what will be the upgradation cycle. Like, is there any time scope that Oracle is taking for an upgradation to upgrade their product? That we will talk about in the Fusion environment releases. And then we will discuss about the Fusion architecture overview. So three-level architecture, what laid the root or what is the schema of this Oracle Fusion application, how they are functioning, we will see in the architecture overview. And as I told in the cloud, the deployment options, we are going to cover here, the three deployment options, SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS. And then we will see the modules that are available in the Fusion HCM cloud application and what are the topics that we are going to cover as part of the training. And also a part of the modules, what are all the tasks that will be involved in this application? The data migrations, the inbound integrations or the outbound integration, customizations and personalization of the application. What are all the topics a part of the regular modules will be there in this HCM cloud application, we will discuss. And also, finally, we can close the session with why to choose Triotech Software Trainings. And prior to that, we will also talk about the Oracle certification process. How the certifications in the market are given by the Oracle. Are there any specifications that you have to be certified in this area or you have to be certified in this area? Or what is the expiration of that certification? What is the process for approaching for the Oracle certification? That part also we will cover at the end of the session. So let us start with the first component for today, Fusion applications evaluation overview, or what is Fusion application. So let me go to the slide. What is Fusion applications? So if you see, the Fusion applications can be best described as they built on open standard based platforms and they built on the best existing business processes, and there are different deployment options available within the Fusion application. So when I talk about built on open standards based platform, what is this? Fusion applications were built on all these different components. Oracle SOA, service oriented architecture, which will be useful for integrating the Java, all these languages for building up the application, and the WebLogic server or JDeveloper, OBIE, this is a reporting component, Oracle Business Intelligence, and Web Center portal, or the enterprise manager or identity management, where the users creating of the user accounts, managing of the user accounts, their passwords, everything will be maintained by this component. So all these are, technically speaking, different components, we can say, which are individual components in the market. And by clubbing all together components, a unique product that Oracle designed called Oracle Fusion Applications. So next, when I talk about built on best business processes, what is this? Built on best business processes. Prior to 2006, whatever the products I'm showing to you here, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Siebel, or Oracle e-business suite, all these are existing ERP applications in the market. PeopleSoft is owned by PeopleSoft Corporation, and JD Edwards is owned by their own entity, and Siebel is owned by their own entity. So what happened here? The question is, every product, if you take, they are having expertise in their core functional area. If I take the PeopleSoft product, PeopleSoft is very good, and it's a matured product or a streamlined product in the HRMS module, not into everything. PeopleSoft is not stable in financials or supply chain or CRM, but in HRMS, that is human resource product, PeopleSoft is very excellent. And if I take JD Edwards in the procurement and financials area, they are very matured enough. And Siebel in the customer relationship management module. And Hyperion is one tool or the one product which is very good at reporting area to build the reports from the system. And e-business suite is the Oracle's existing ERP, which is very stable at the financial area. So here the point is, every application or every ERP tool that is available in the market is having their good presence in one or two functional areas, not in everything. So what Oracle did in the year 2006 or close to end of 2005, Oracle acquired all these entities. Oracle acquired PeopleSoft, JD Edwards World, Siebel, Hyperion, and Siebel. Oracle acquired all these companies. Now all these applications were taken into the reference, and a new product was built by Oracle called Oracle Fusion Applications. So that's why I mentioned here, built on best business processes. Every product is having their best processes in their system. So Oracle has taken HRMS system from the PeopleSoft as a reference, and financials from the e-business suite, and then Siebel CRM has been taken as a reference from Siebel. By taking all these best standard existing products in the market, by taking the technology from them, Oracle developed a new product which is very stable at all the functional areas. Now if I can say, Oracle Fusion Applications are very stable in the HCM module or HCM product, financial, supply chain, and CRM. So it's a pack of complete all the functional areas where you will get at the expertise level for the client who is going to subscribe the Oracle Fusion product from the Oracle. So in the year 2006, it acquired all these companies, and in the year 2011, Oracle introduced these fusion applications into the open world. It took about 5 years for the Oracle to come up with a new product, and then in the year 2011, they opened up these fusion applications in the market. So this is what fusion evaluation overview. What are the roots that laid down for building up this product? So these are the roots which help the Oracle to build a new customized standard product for the customers or clients in the market. And then after built on best business processes and the standard based platforms, deployed through selection of option. What is meant by this? There are different deployment options if any customer want to buy the Oracle Fusion applications, like on-premise and the cloud. These are the two deployment options which anyone is having to subscribe the license from the Oracle. So let us talk about that deployment options. So how we can access the Fusion? There are two deployment options, cloud and on-premise. So what is on-premise and what is cloud? So whatever the products I mentioned here, PeopleSoft, JD Edwards, Oracle E-Business Suite, Siebel, all these products, all those products are on-premise models. Whereas the Fusion applications, when they released, they were started with both cloud and on-premise models. So what you will have in the on-premise model, if any customer buying a on-premise based deployment product, then the customer should have their own hardware to build, and customer should have their own data center, networking, servers, and they will purchase the license of the application from the Oracle, and they will install that application in their data center. They have to recruit the DBA administrators, network specialists, or system administrator to install that application in their data centers or hardwares. That is on-premise model. But whereas cloud model, so cloud model is nothing but what? Any service that is hosted over the internet. So here the service is delivered to the customer or the client in the form of cloud based. An application will be given as a cloud based model. Means what? No installation, nothing has to be done by the client who subscribed the license. He will get the URL as a product to him once he subscribes the license from Oracle, and he can start using the application by sitting anywhere across the world. It's just a URL which we have to paste in the Google search bar, and we can log in into the application. Now, within the cloud model, we are having three types of deployments which Oracle is giving to their clients. One is SaaS, second one is PaaS, and the third one is IaaS. SaaS stands for software as a service, and PaaS stands for platform as a service, and IaaS stands for infrastructure as a service. So here see subscription, I mean client is going with a cloud Oracle Fusion application, he is going to purchase. Then who maintains that application? Here Oracle and company who is subscribing the license. What? Let us talk about the IaaS model first. What is the IaaS model? If customer want to subscribe for an IaaS model, then he will have his own data center. Does your company have cloud data center, or no, like to use the Oracle data center? If yes, then install the Fusion application in your data center. In the infrastructure as a service model, the customer has to have their own hardware, middleware, and then data center, and they will install that application in their data center in the infrastructure as a service. But whereas the regular product, it might be Fusion HCM, or it might be Fusion Financials, or Fusion Supply Chain. Every product Oracle selling in the market is a SaaS product, that is software as a service product. On top of that, if if the customer want to have a customizations happen to that application, they want to have more access to that application, where you can need a platform to develop the application as per your custom, then customers will go for PaaS subscription. Along with the SaaS, they will also subscribe the PaaS subscription from the Oracle. So what the customer will get? So if customer is subscribing only with a SaaS model, a SaaS Fusion product, if the customer purchase from the Oracle, what services they have to do and what customer will do? In the SaaS product, all the orange color quoted are saying what? Other manages, and all the navy blue color which you are seeing here are stating what? You manage. Here in this diagram, you manage means as a customer buying the license from the Oracle, you have to manage. Orange indicates the vendor is going to manage, nothing but Oracle Corporation is going to manage. If it is a software as a service product you are buying from the Oracle, the application, data, runtime, middleware components, operating system, virtualization servers, all the components will be maintained by Oracle itself. You no need to maintain anything. Oracle is responsible of maintaining all these data centers, servers, networking, storage, all these components, and also the quarterly updates to the application. Even that will be done by the Oracle, or any patchings to the system has to be done. Even that will be taken care by the Oracle if it is a SaaS product. But the limitation in the SaaS product is the level of customization is zero here. You have to use the standard delivered application given by the Oracle. Customer cannot customize the application as per his requirement. New features he is expecting to be on the system, then he cannot opt or he cannot perform in the SaaS based product. Coming to the platform as a service, if customer, anyhow by default the product will come as a SaaS. So customer along with the SaaS expecting to have a PaaS subscription as well, that is platform as a service. Here the scope of customization is available. Applications and data you are going to maintain. The application is maintained by you and the database is going to be maintained by you. But whereas again the runtime, middleware, OS, virtualizations, networking, all these components again will be maintained by Oracle. But in the platform as a service, Oracle will provide you a platform to customize your application as per your requirement. So let me tell you what kind of customization I'm talking about. So let me go to the application. I will tell you in detail from how to log in the application, but let me show you what is the difference between SaaS and PaaS. So let me go to the hiring screen of the employee. So this is the hiring screen of the employee in the system. This is a SaaS product which I am showing to you. So here, as per the standard delivered product, if I click on hire an employee and performing the hiring transaction, these are the details which I have to fill for my employee: identification, person information, employment information, compensation, and review. My client is telling I want to input something here, one more tab I want to input here, that is project details of the employee. When hiring the employee, I need one more tab to be coming up here, project details of the employee. Or my client is telling I don't want this area to be here, I want to keep the area to be here. These are the basic level customizations I'm telling to you that is not possible in the SaaS product. Whatever the standard delivered product given by the Oracle, customer has to use the same product. If he subscribed only for a SaaS product. But along with the SaaS, customer is also subscribing the platform as a service. The application development will be in your hand. You can customize the application as per your requirement. That is in the platform as a service. And as I already spoke, infrastructure as a service, the application, data, runtime, even the middleware components on which the Oracle Fusion application is built, even that will be maintained by us. Our DBA administrators will handle all that things, and we can do the high levels of customizations. So one more thing, when you customer can go for a PaaS model is not only the scope of customization, like any integration that you want to perform with the third-party system. Okay, let's suppose global HR or the core HR and the absence customer is using in the Fusion application, and the payroll is in some SAP or some Workday or some other ERP. So there should be an integration between these two systems in the company, right? So even for that type of integrations also, PaaS subscription has to be taken by the customer. So you can see the SaaS applications which are provided by the customer, by the Oracle, and also the PaaS applications here. If you see the SaaS, our HCM product, see human capital management, and financials, if you take enterprise resource planning, financials, accounting hub, and the marketing, CRM product, and the supply chain. So all these products are SaaS products. By default, Oracle is delivering on a SaaS platform. But if customer want to opt a PaaS also, depending upon the requirement and the need, along with the SaaS, he will also opt for the PaaS license. So what in the PaaS license he will get? See the integration access he will get, integration cloud. or the application development for customizing the application, the Java or the visual builder for creating the custom pages. We are having a VBCS model, a virtual builder or visual builder something. So you will get that access, and the data management where you can get access to the data as I specified here, right? So it is up to the client requirement whether he want to go for a PaaS subscription or he can make use of the SaaS product. So typically, if you see in the market, every implementation will be majorly on the SaaS products because the cost of the SaaS product is very low compared to the PaaS and IaaS. So on-premise, we know everything we have to maintain if it is on-premise model. So within the cloud, we are having 3 deployment options. See, who maintains it? Oracle maintains. If it is a cloud company or Oracle, IaaS model will be maintained entirely by the customer itself. If it is a SaaS or IaaS, Oracle is going to maintain. So do we need application alone? Yes. Buy SaaS application from Oracle. No, we also need a platform and tools to create applications and services. Buy SaaS and PaaS from Oracle. So you can develop your application as per your customization. If you are not having a requirement to have any platform required, then just you subscribe for a SaaS product. So PaaS is nothing but what? Oracle is going to provide a platform and the tools which will be supporting for developing the product as per the own requirement of the customer. Then go with both SaaS and PaaS models, right? So these are the cloud deployment options. And one more thing I want to mention here is Oracle, when introduced the Fusion applications, Oracle has given both the options for the customers to choose, on-premise as well as the cloud. But there is a limitation till at some releases only Oracle offered on both the platforms. Now the Fusion system is offered by Oracle only on the cloud based. So now let us see the Fusion environmental releases. Fusion environmental releases. So let me go to the spreadsheet. So when Oracle introduced this Fusion applications in the year 2011, Oracle's first version is release 1. Release 1. And then it got updated year by year. And now we are in the R13 version, release 13 version. So let me go and check out the current application version. What is the latest version of this current application? So if I go to this year, you can have about this application. We will cover all these things individually. So let me go to the about this application. And here I can see this application latest version. Okay, what is this one? 20B and some code is there. What is this one? So this is the current version of the Fusion applications. Now, when Oracle introduced, as I told, it offered both on-premise as well as the cloud options. Till when? Till R1 to R9. If I say from R1 to R9, Oracle offered the services both on-premise as well as cloud. But from R10, now the Oracle Fusion applications are offered to the cloud, to the customers only on the cloud based. There is no on-premise models. Okay, these are the Fusion environmental releases. And the current release is R13, release 13, 20B. What is this 20B and what are these things? Every year we will be having 4 quarters, right? So Oracle will also updates the application depending upon this quarter. First 3 months, January, February, March is first quarter and is designated as A. And the second quarter is B, C, and D. So every year 4 upgradations will be done to the application by the Oracle. So that will be denoted as A, B, C, and D. So current version which I am showing to you is mentioned here is 20B. 20 means what? The year it will mention, as we are in the 2020, 20. And B, we are in the second quarter. I mean, like 20C is yet to come, as we are in the second quarter, 20B. And 11 is nothing but Oracle introduced these applications in the year 2011. So they make it 11 to denote that year here, 11. And 13 means what? The current version of the Oracle applications is R13. So 2011, 13, 20 means the year it will denote, and 04 will be, we can take it as a first quarter kind of thing, January, February, March, April. So typically it should upgrade to 5 now, but usually it will denote the month, we can say. Okay, so this is the meaning of that version which Oracle going to give into the market, I mean to the customers. Understand? So the current version is what? R13 20B. Now after June we will get 20C, and then at the last quarter the update will be 20D. And if we enter 2021, then R13 21A, 21B, 21C, 21D. So like that you will get the updates. Understand? This is what the Fusion environmental release is, how the upgradation will happen on quarterly basis I mentioned. So you can ask me a question here. Who is responsible for this update? Customer has to take care of this one, or Oracle is going to perform? If it is a SaaS product or if it is a PaaS as well, Oracle is going to maintain all these upgradations. They will schedule the activity. Whatever the new features are coming up, Oracle will update to the application on a timely basis. Whenever the schedule is given on that time, the upgradation will be happened by the Oracle. Understand? So this is about the Fusion environmental release. Now let us have a quick discussion on these HR processes, or else let me move this slide to later part. Let me move this slide to later part. Now we will talk about Fusion applications product families. So how many products that are available in this Fusion applications umbrella? So Oracle is providing Oracle Fusion HCM as one product to the customers, which will be dealing the HR activities, and then Oracle Fusion Financial Management, that is related to the financial business process, and Customer Relationship Management, that is CRM, and Oracle Fusion Supply Chain Management, Procurement, and PPM, Projects Portfolio Management. There are some other products as well. So just I want to make you understand typically how many products that Oracle is operating under this Fusion applications. So you can see all the modules under this product. If you take the HCM product, I'm having global HR or a payroll, talent, compensation, performance and goals, all these things. And if I take the financial management, Oracle Fusion Financials, then I will have the modules like GL, accounts payable, assets management, cash management, all these things. So like that, every product is having different modules under them. So now let us move to Oracle Fusion Architecture Overview. What is this one? Oracle Fusion Architecture Overview. Every product, any ERP you take in the market will have 3 levels. One could be end user interface, where the customer or the user is going to see the application by visualizing, that is UI we will call end user interface, and the application server, where all the components which will be used to build the application, the schema of the application, and the database server. So every application will have these 3 components working together to have a product, designed product. So coming to the Oracle Fusion Application Architecture Overview, here also we are having 3-level architecture. One, I can say Fusion Application Product Families, which I mentioned, all the products of the Fusion applications, and then Oracle Fusion Middleware Components. So by these middleware components, these applications were built. Okay, so this is the second level, and Oracle Database Center. So these are the three level of architectures which Oracle Fusion applications were working in the market. So if I talk about the Fusion middleware components, what components Oracle has taken to build the Fusion application, or how the application is running on which components. Let us talk about that one as well. Oracle Fusion middleware components. So if I say typically we are having two categories within this middleware components. One is what? Fusion middleware infrastructure components and Oracle Fusion middleware components. These are the two categories within this Fusion middleware components. So what we'll have in the Fusion middleware infrastructure? We will have Oracle Fusion middleware extension for application. So what these components will do in the application? User interface, shell, or the additional fields. So this component is going to give the user interface, how the interface we are seeing, the way how we are getting the visual of the application, that is getting built by this component, user interface. And additional fields, what are these? In EBS also we are having a concept of KFF and DFF, right? So here also in the Fusion application we are having the concept of descriptive flex field, key flex field, or the extensible flex fields like EFF, KFF, and DFF. So what are their thing? Let's suppose I am on the hiring screen of the employee. I am on the hiring screen of the employee. So these are the standard fields which delivered by the Oracle for hiring the employee to capture identification information related to the person. My client want to have some additional fields to capture some additional information related to the employee. So he's expecting to have one more field here, something like a type of office. Okay, he should get values in that like branch office or head office. You want to capture the information of the employee by having the custom fields. So that concept we will call as flex fields that we are going to discuss once we enter the subject. But in order to create that DFF on this page, this respective component is used, Oracle Fusion middleware extension. Our flex fields in the Fusion applications were operated or built based on this component. And next, if I talk about the enterprise scheduler, what this component will help in the Fusion application to define, schedule, and run jobs. We are having we have to run different processes in different modules. If you take a core HR module, there are certain concurrent programs, or in the ERP terminology, we will call them as jobs. We have to run different types of jobs. If I take absence, there are different jobs which I have to run or schedule. In the payroll, I have to run multiple processes. So if I go to that screen, let me go to that screen and show you. Under tools, I will have one functional area called scheduled processes, where I can submit different processes in the system, like running of the LDAP. Okay, there are different things. See, schedule a new process. If I click on this, I can get the list of processes which I can run in the system. See, there are different things. Update accrual plan and enrollments. To add the absence plan to the employees, I have to run this process. If I run, all the employees will get attached with the absence plans. So for every module, there are different processes which we can run initially or the on time, or we can schedule it whenever we want to run them in the system. Okay, in order to, or how this mechanism or how this is functioning in the Fusion system based upon the Oracle Enterprise Scheduler component. This is the middleware component which is using by the Oracle to run or to work this process in the system. We will talk about this one also as well, but I want to show you how the components are used for different objects in the Fusion application. And then if I talk about the Oracle Enterprise Crawl and Search Framework, in the Fusion system, we will have different areas where we can search for the tasks in the application. Straight from here, see, if I search for a task, hire an employee, If I search for a task, hire an employee. Okay. There is some description. If I search for jobs, okay, or something, whatever I am searching here, I will get the list displayed here. That respective, see the employees data is coming, okay, and the navigator job openings, different things are coming. And then I will have search area somewhere here. If I go to setup and maintenance, I'm having a search area where I can search for the task from here itself. See here, I'm having a search area. This is one place. And then if I go to the another search area, there is other place where I can search for my task. See, there is a task called manage jobs. If I search, the task names are coming up here. How this functionality is working, the search functionality, how it is working. This is built based on this component, Oracle Enterprise Crawl and Search Framework. So these are the middleware infrastructure components which Oracle using in the system for functioning of different aspects in the product. And then middleware components, application development framework, and then Oracle Business Intelligence. This is basically a reporting area where we will have the reporting tools like BI, OTBI, where we can use the SQL query to generate the report, to build the report. And then Oracle Identity Management. This is the place where we will maintain the user accounts, the roles, everything related to the employees in the system. So these all are different components which Oracle will use for working of different functionalities in the Fusion application. So these are the middleware components which Oracle is using in their Fusion application. And then now we will talk about the modules that we are having in the Fusion HCM cloud application. How many modules that we are having in the application? One will be global human resource, or we can call it as core HR module, or else I can have a list here. We are having core HR module, and then we are having absence, and then we are having payroll, and then talent and performance is one module. Okay. And then we are having compensation and benefits together is one module. And what else we are having? We are having some advanced modules like ORC, Oracle Recruiting Cloud, or Learn, and then time and labor. Time and labor. So these are the modules that we are having in the Fusion HCM cloud application. And each module will have a different need in the application. So core HR is a module where we are going to talk about our enterprise structures, and our workforce structures, where the hiring of the employee will be happened in the core HR module, workforce structures. Okay. And in the absence management modules, we will have the concepts like absence plan, defining the leaves, different types of the leaves and their eligibilities to the employee, and what are the rules and regulations respective to the plans, yearly how many days or monthly how many days approval should happen, and what is the payment rates or how we disburse the payments to the employee, converting that leaves to the encashment. So that we will be seeing in the absence management module. And in the payroll module, we will be defining different types of payrolls, like a monthly payroll, weekly payroll, or a bi-weekly payroll. And the components in that, we will call them as elements in the system: basic salary, housing allowance, transportation allowance. And there are a lot of things, the payment methods, how the payment is happening to the employees, and how to generate the pay slips to the employee. All these things we will be seeing in the payroll. And talent and performance module, as we know, the name suggests, it's a generic meaning. The yearly evaluation of the employees, how to conduct, how to assign the goals to the employee, how an employee gives the self-rating, or how a manager will give the rating, and how his promotions will be depending upon that evaluation. That will be there in the talent and performance management module. Compensation and benefits is also one module which we are having. In the compensation, we will have the individual compensation, the workforce compensation, and the compensation statements. Like if you want to define any compensation plan to the employee, you want to pay bonus to the employee, or you want to pay stock options to the employee. So for all this, compensation is required. And benefits is something which we are having, like in countries, in the Western countries, if you take in the United States or UK, people will have different plans, like insurance plans, medical insurances. That plans will be taken with the benefits module. And ORC is one module, which is the internal Fusion application module, Oracle Recruiting Cloud. So earlier, what companies used to do is, they used to subscribe for the Fusion application and also for the Taleo application, which is a recruiting tool offered by Oracle, Oracle Taleo, where the recruiting, hiring, job requisitions, onboarding, creating the offers, posting the offers to the social media, the job portals, all these things will be happen in the Taleo application. And there should be an integration between the Fusion application and Taleo. But now Oracle has given an inbuilt module within the Fusion application, that is Oracle Recruiting Cloud. But this is not a matured product as of now. So, but here and there we are getting good reviews from the clients who are using. So probably Oracle is focusing now to improvise the recruiting cloud. As of now, genuinely speaking, it is not a stable product in the market. So within the core HR also we can hire an employee, but some other activities will be there, right? Job requisition, raising the job requirement, posting them to the job portals, conducting the employment fee, employees feedback after conducting the interview, generating the offer letters. So all that things will be happened earlier in the Taleo. Now within the ORC also we can do that. And learn module is something which it is also not a stable or a matured product, but what this module will be doing in your companies, probably you might be seeing, right, the training and development portals, where you will be attending some trainings to upskill yourself, and after that some evaluation will be happen, the questionnaire will come, you will answer, and the exam results will come over there. So all these related setups or configurations can be done in the learn module. And there is one more module called time and labor, for recording the time entries of the person, the swipe in, swipe out of the employees, or to record the biometric of the person and transferring that information to the payroll. So all these things will be handled in the time and labor module. So typically these are the modules which we are having in the Fusion system. There are some other modules which are into not that limelight, that is health and safety. There are some other modules, but nowhere that modules were using by the people in the market. Okay. So along with these functional modules, we are also having other things which we have to understand within the Fusion application. What are those things? Security administration, okay, and then workflows and approvals, and inbound integrations, okay, inbound integrations, where we will have HDL or spreadsheet data loader, and PBL, payroll batch loader, and then outbound integrations, okay, where we will have extracts, BI and OTBI. A part of that, customization through sandbox. Basic level customization, not the customization which we discussed in the initial session. Okay. So a part of these functional modules, I can say these are the other things where the technical modules were also kept here, because I want to make you understand, if you are learning a Fusion HCM product application, it is not just like you have to know whatever the 4 modules that we are offering out of them. I want to make you sure what are the total modules, what is the package within the Fusion HCM cloud application that Oracle is offering to the cloud, to the customers. So these are the functional modules, and we can say security and workflow, we can integrate them in the functional aspects only, but these are the core technical aspects in the Fusion application. So first we will discuss the security administration. What will be there in the security? Here, the user account creations, and attaching the roles to the employee. We are having a concept called RBAC, roles based access control. The security in the Fusion application is depending upon these 4 letters: roles based access control. In EBS application, if you take, you used to have your Oracle Identity Management Server where you used to create the responsibilities to the user, certain things. But here, the user account will be created to the employee and their respective roles will be assigned to the employee. So we are going to cover in detail of security administration, but now understand what that topic is. Okay. And then we will have workflows and approval configurations. Means what? Any transaction that you are performing in the system, let's suppose an employee applying the leave, so that approval should go to whom? To his manager, or it should go to the second level as well once the manager approved. For each and every transaction that an employee or that an implementation user performing in a system will be redirected to certain person for the approval. So that part is called as workflows and approvals in the Fusion system, where we are going to define the rules for every transaction, and we will define the hierarchy also. Who should approve this one? Who should reject this one? That we are going to define in the workflows and approvals. And then inbound integration. What is inbound integration means? Any data from outside the Fusion application moving into the Fusion system. We will call it as inbound integration. So we are having 3 specific tools which Oracle delivered, called Hcm Data Loader, which we will call it as HDL, Spreadsheet Data Loader, and Payroll Batch Loader. So by using these 3 tools, we can migrate the huge sum of data from the client's existing legacy system to the Fusion application. By the time you went for an implementation of this product to the client, he might be using some third-party system, some local ERPs they are using for their HR practices. Now they are going to opt for Fusion application and you went for the implementation for the product. Let's suppose there are 20,000 employees are there in my client's organization. So how should I migrate that data into the Fusion system? We are having these 3 tools available for migrating that data from the legacy system of the client into the Fusion system. So coming to the outbound integration. Outbound means what? Any data that you are extracting from the Fusion system is called as outbound. The data is flowing bound from the Fusion application. Means what? The reporting, reports. Okay. Let's suppose first month payroll is run in the Fusion system and my client want to extract a report. How many employees were processed in the payroll and what are the components that have been processed to my employees? How much basic salary has been processed? So I want to build a report to extract that information from the Fusion system. So we are having 3 reporting tools available in the Fusion environment. Extracts, that we will call it HCM extracts, BI, business intelligence, and OTBI, Oracle Transactional Business Intelligence. So BI is the tool where we will use the SQL to write the queries to pull the data, SQL. But at the rest of the parts, no language is required. Whatever I'm telling here, rest of all these things, you don't require any technical knowledge. But this is also a technical part. It is not mandatory as a functional consultant to have this one. But if you can learn, then it is an added value to you. Okay. OTBI and extracts you can easily learn. That is not an issue. And then customization and personalizations through sandbox. What? The page level customization. My client is saying, I don't want this logo. I want my company logo to be here. And now the application is looking with the theme of some black background at the back and some blue color is coming. I want to change this one. Or I want to change or rename this functionalities what the Oracle delivered. The colors I want to give for these things. Or whatever the standard fields delivered by Oracle, I want to hide them. Let's suppose I'm going to the my client groups, the same screen I'm going, and I'm going to the hire an employee. My client is telling, I don't want this field to be displayed here. There is some field, something called middle name and title. I don't want this field to be there here. I can hide this one. Or my customer is telling, please make the first name as a mandatory. We can make that one as well. So these type of customizations we can perform through the sandbox. We are having a functionality called sandbox in the system where we can perform in that. And the latest version which Oracle is given in this customization scope is HCM Design Studio. HCM Design Studio for the transactional perspective customization. Transactional perspective customizations. You can have this HCM Design Studio. We can talk about that one once we reach that concept. So see, these are the functional modules I can tell, and these are the technical aspects within the Fusion application. So in this part of training, about for 50 to 55 sessions, we are going to see the core HR module, okay? And then absence module, we are going to see the end-to-end implementation and the payroll, talent, goals and performance. And also in the compensation, the part of individual compensation we are going to cover, and the security will be covered, workflow and approval configurations will be covered, and the entire inbound integrations will be covered. Customization, HCM Design Studio will be covered. So these are the topics or the course curriculum which we are going to cover in this current training. So now moving on to the HR processes. See, I know that many people in this demo, whoever joined, or the experienced people, but there are some freshers as well who are joined. By keeping them in the mind, I want to take 5 minutes of the time to cover this slide as well. Why I kept here is, for a fresher perspective, they might be worrying or they might have several questions by this time. What is this product? Who is going to use this product in the real-time market? Basically, this Oracle Fusion HCM Cloud product is a product which will be designed, or which is designed to take care of the HR activities in the organization. Let's suppose there is a client called Cisco Private Limited. There is a client called Cisco Systems. Everyone know this company, right? Cisco Systems. So in their company, they will have different business functionalities to perform in the day-to-day life. They will have the financial related things, the HR related functionalities, or some supply chain management related things, or some other sales related activities. There are different business processes which an organization will have to perform in their day-to-day activities. Our point to be HR thing. So in every organization, what the HR people will do, they are responsible for recruitment. They will hire the people and they will onboard the people after the clearance of the interview, releasing the offers, everything. And then those people are responsible of maintaining the attendance of the employees, how many days an employee applied the absence or what. And they are responsible for also processing the salaries to the employees for the months, right? That is payroll run. And then after a year, the appraisals will happen. They have to review the employees, give the ratings, and they have to give whether he is a promotable guy or he is a demotable guy. That is in the performance appraisals. And if they notice that employee require any training, the skills were not up to the mark, we want to upskill our employees, then they will also responsible for taking care of the training and development of the employees. And finally, they are going to have the separation of the employee, nothing but the exit of the employee. So we will call the HR activities in any organizations are hire to retire, or I can say recruitment to exit. So these all are the activities which the HR people in any organization will perform. But in order to perform all these activities, where they will perform, where they will hire the employee, or where they will maintain the absences or the payroll, they require an application or they require a software which is available in the market to use it in their organization. So Cisco Systems or Cisco company want to purchase the Oracle Fusion HCM product from the Oracle to handle all that HR activities in their organization. So who will be using this product in the client side? The HR department or the HR wing in the client department are going to use this Fusion HCM product for achieving all these business processes in their organization. Our core HR module will study recruitment. Our absence management module will deliver their attendance management. Our payroll module will deliver their payroll running of the employees. And our talent goals and performance module will serve their performance evaluation purpose. And learn module can be training. And again, the core HR module is going to serve the exit process. Understand? So in order to conduct all these activities, we are having the product with different modules within them, which will be delivered to the customer to handle all these activities. Understand? So this is what about the HR processes in the system. And then I want to show you one more thing in this demo. For whenever you are attending the training or whenever you join the organization as a consultant in this, all the materials respective to this Fusion application, core HR, whatever I specified here, the modules, core HR, absence, payroll, security, workflows, for everything, Oracle has given the standard materials within their repository. So where we have to go for that one, go to your browser and search with Oracle repository. So this is the database of the Oracle, which we can say the knowledge database of the Oracle repository. You can click on this first one, which you are seeing, fusionappstore.oracle.com. You can click on this and then search by product. You choose the cloud applications. Select the cloud applications, and here you can see all the cloud application. HCM is our product, financials, procurement, PPM, project management, and then supply chain management. So all these are the different SaaS products which Oracle is giving in the cloud based. So I will go to human resource under my human capital management. So in the help center, you can select your update with this. So which updated material you want. You want to know the features respective to the 20A, or you want the 20B, what? So I'm selecting the 20B, which is the latest version of the application. And here you can see, you can go to the books. You can go to the books after selecting that. And here you will get all the books which is published by the Oracle respective to all the components within the system. You can keep the filter as well. Basics, get started means. So user perspective, for an end user, how the transactions will be there. As an implementation perspective, nothing but our perspective. To implement the system, what? Administration, security related information, and then integration, development, lot of things. So you can search from here. So let me pick up one thing from the implementation, implementing global human resource. If I go to the PDF, then I will get opened up with the Oracle delivered PDF here, where I will get access to all the information related to the application respective to the core HR. See, workforce structures, defining the grades, jobs, positions, defining the enterprise. Okay, lot of things you can see here. Everything will be explained in a detailed manner with the point to point. So this is one you can make use of when you are in the training time. And then cloud readiness, what's new? So what is this thing here? Let's suppose you are working in the organization. So when you hired in the organization, let's suppose next month you hired in the organization, the current version is 20B. So after 3 months, 20C will come. Some new additional features came in the application. So how you will upskill yourself with that upgradations, whatever Oracle is given. So if you come to the Oracle Cloud Readiness, then you can see what are the latest updates. You can see for the year 2019-20, I am selecting the human resource, and I can see what are the latest updates happened from the application. See now, see, you will get all the details of table contents like this. Update 20C. See, in the June month, the creation of this document is June. Probably by August or not August, I can say by September, we can expect the 20C update. So what's going to be in the new 20C? You can go to that update 20C and you can find what are the new features coming up in the 20C update, in the latest version, which Oracle is going to come up. So in this cloud readiness, you can find that one as well, and you can upskill yourself. You don't need to depend on anyone in the organization to upskill yourself with the new features that Oracle is giving in the application. So it's taking a little bit of time because might be the page content is high. So see, in the update 20C, what are the features? The document related to things. You can get they will explain the screenshot. See something they are coming with some NID uniqueness validation in this future. So how to update to that well as well. Screenshots they will define here. Okay. And then there are some other functionalities which we can expect here. See something like the design studio, some new things are coming up here. And in the job requisition, there is some new functionalities coming up here. So like this, you can have a clear with screenshots, it will be available to you to check out what are the new updates coming up in the latest releases. So where we have to go? Here in the repository, first we have to go and we have to choose the cloud applications and then choose the human resource module. And here cloud readiness, what's new? In that you will get the latest updates. In the books, you can get all the books related to different modules, see absence management, payroll, benefits, fast formulas, and then some other time and labor, compensation, like everything you can have a documented material delivered by the Oracle. Understand? So this is what which I thought of sharing with you. And then now let's move on to the certification. How the Oracle certifications are going to be in the market. So Oracle currently giving the certifications depending upon the modules. So we will have the certification module wise. Oracle Global Human Resource Cloud certification, Oracle Cloud Absence Management certification, or Oracle Global Payroll certification, Talent and Performance certification. Like module wise, you will have the certifications. But that is up to you how many certifications that you can perform. It is not a mandatory thing in India currently that certification required for a job, but if you have it, then it will be added value in your promotional times or whatever might be in the package discussions. Then you will get a good commanding to demand for more package if you have a certification. So how to approach, how to apply for the certification. So now Oracle is conducting the certification in two ways. One, they are collaborated with the Pearson company, where that is the partner for the examination respective to the Oracle. We can go to the service center, the examination center nearby. In major cities across India, the examination centers are open now. Like in Pune, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi, everywhere now the examination centers were available. You can go there and you can book your slot and you can appear for the exam. Or else you can sit in your home, register for the exam and you can write. And the cost of the application, the cost of the certification for each module with taxes will get approximately 11,500 nearly. 10,500 something Oracle design fee, but out of taxes, something GST, everything together, you will get the certification cost of 11,500, which is a not refundable thing. If you are not passed in the certification, then you have to lose this amount that you paid for the certification. So each module cost is this one. Okay, but now in this COVID situation, Oracle has given the free coupons to the employees, not for every company or not for an individual employees or not for a people who is outside the Oracle. Whoever the Oracle partnered companies, this is the Deloitte, Accenture, Tech Mahindra, all these companies are Oracle partners for their implementations, or even the employees of Oracle. For these company employees, Oracle has given a provision of free subscription. There is no fee now Oracle is collecting for certification. So if you are any of you are from that partnered companies, verify with your team, with your HR or the certification team in your organization, and you can approach it for a free. So from my side, what I can help you out for this certification will be the total end-to-end implementation. See, each module we are going to cover in this way. If I take the core HR module, each and every configuration in the core HR module, within the configuration, how many fields? Now we are on the hiring screen. How many fields we have seen? Each and every field explanation will be given during the time of training, and each task in the module will be covered. So my training or our training will cover in two perspectives: administrative, implementation perspective, as well as the end user perspective. How to implement the system, first we will see, and what end user transactions will be doing. End user transaction means in the day-to-day life, in the client side, what are the transactions they are going to perform in the core HR module. Similarly, the absence management. What are the setups that we have to see in the absence management module as part of implementation? And then the end user transactions, how to run the enrollments, how to add. For every module, the training will be taken up in this way. So by end of the training, you will get a full exposure of end-to-end implementation for a specific project. So with this experience, I can assure you that you can approach for the certification as well. And we do provide the dumps available as of now. So you can easily go through the dumps where the answers are also available for the questions. And the same questions will get repeated in that examination as well. You can approach with that dump, you can prepare, and you can clear the certification. Whoever is looking for the certification, right? So next, one last slide which we can talk about is whatever the modules that are specified here in the Oracle, the same thing, the core HR, absence, payroll, learn, time and labor, all these things. Oracle, whenever a customer subscribe the license from the Oracle, Oracle deliver the modules or the services in the form of offerings. In the Fusion HCM Cloud product, we are having three types of offerings: workforce deployment, workforce development, and compensation management. These are the three offerings which Oracle is giving to the customers. Under that offerings, they are going to sell the modules to them. So under workforce development offering, our global HR is there, payroll is there, see, time and labor is there, absence is there. And workforce development offering, if you take, our talent performance goals management module is coming under deployment offering. And in the compensation management offering, we are having compensation and benefits. And span business process means this fast formula, profile management, workforce directory. These are shared tasks within the module. Okay, these are not the modules. These are the tasks which are shared across all these modules. So these are the three offerings. Under the three offerings, our 7 to 8 modules will, or 6 to 7 modules will be sit under these three offerings. Okay. And then if you take the slide, and one more thing which I want to mention you here is, in our training, we will be going through the implementation process as well. Means what is the Oracle Unified Methodology? What is the implementation process every consulting company will follow for implementing any product to the company? I'm not talking about the application perspective. Application anyhow we will cover. All these configurations we are going to cover. But if you are joining in any consulting organization, like a Deloitte you are joining, or a TCS you are joining, or Accenture you are joining, and you are assigned with any of the project, what is the implementation process that we will follow? There are different levels which we have to come across in this implementation time. Starting from project management plan, kickoff meeting, as is studies or to be study, and then solution design, CRP1, CRP2, KUT phase, UAT phase, go live. There are different phases which we have to come across in this implementation time. So we are going to cover that end-to-end implementation process also, and we will be showing you at each process what documents we are going to share to the client. The requirement gathering phase, how the requirement gathering template looks like. These are the real-time sample documents which I'm showing you here. And then RD50 document, what this document will be there, the business analysis document. And then if you talk about some other documents here, the SDD, the solution design document, how this design document, or we will call it as SDD or a solution design document. And then what is business process model document, BP50 document, what is this stands for? And then what are the user test scripts, what is TE40 document? And then we can see the DO40, which is a user manual, which we will be sharing to them. So in each phase of the implementation, what document we have to prepare and hand over to the client. So that real-time respective knowledge will be sharing to you in the training which we are taking throughout the next 1.5 to nearly 2 months, whatever the sessions we are going to take care. Right. So that's all from my side. That's all for the demo today. Anyone is having any questions respective to the demo, or a part of this, any regular questions you are having respective to the timings or when the batch is starting, or whatever the questions, you can ask me. And now I'm unmuting everyone. You can ask your questions. Or else you can unmute yourself and you can ask the questions if you are having anything respective to this demo.
Hello, yeah, Raman here.
Yeah, Raman.
Yeah, so in that message, actually, I was able to see that there are two training options. That is, one is this live class, attending a live class. The second one was this recorded live sessions.
Correct.
So,
correct.
can you please explain about that? So, the second option, what's available?
Yeah, we do having a self-paced option as well. What you will get in this, the current batches. Let's suppose we are in the June month, right? So the batch, the May month batch or the April month batch, whatever has been already completed, that entire sessions, like 50 plus sessions, whatever the batch has been done, that sessions will be given to you as access. You can go to our website, okay, and you will provision with the user account and password.
Okay.
You can get into that. If you get to the videos, your course will be enabled there. You can get into that and you can go through the videos on your self-paced learning, that we will call it as. So you will get 1 year video access in that one. That the course will be there for you in this website.
Okay.
1 year you will get the access. And along with that, you will be getting all the materials. In the live training also, I thought of mentioning this slide as well. For module to module, you will get the materials, and also module to module, the interview questions also will be shared with you. Core HR module is there, 45 to 50 sessions in that core HR. What is the current expected questions, how it's going to be done. So module to module questionnaires will be shared with you. And if anyone interested, we will be ready to take the mock interviews in weekends, Saturday and Sunday. And also we will help you in the resume preparations, like how to keep the projects in that, what matter we can input in that, how to use the screening of the resume. And if required, we will only help you to create the resume. We will create the resume and we will give it to you. And the support like end-to-end, whenever you have any questions, you can reach out directly to me in the WhatsApp or you can call me directly. Then we will be responding to your concern. You can give a screenshot and we can solve the issue as well. And you will get 4 months Oracle Fusion Server access for practicing. The free server access you will get for the practice. So that will be covered in that self-paced. The rest of the topics, a part of video enabling. In the live training, you will get the live training like this. Every day I will be connecting and delivering to you. And again, the video access. This will also will be updated every day. Everyone will have their accounts and they can revise the sessions which we have. That access also will be given 1 year in the regular live training as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So is there any difference in the course fee for both the options?
Yes, the regular course fee is 25,000 and this self-paced is 18,000 we are having.
Okay.
That we can discuss off the line. No problem.
No issues. Yeah, sure. Yeah. That's the only doubt I had.
Yeah, sure. So did the session clear to everyone in the demo?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, hi Andrew, hi.
Yeah, how you doing, man? No, I think I really like in terms of the content we are supposed to cover. Yeah. It's really comprehensive, and this is something really which is good. Now, I'm attending this session from East Africa currently.
Okay.
Yeah, from East Africa, and I would also, there's a little bit. I think the timing for me is very good because it's also early morning for this part of the world. Now, for how long will the sessions tentatively be taking? In total, the training?
Yeah, tentatively it will be about 50 days we can expect. The session
about 50
days. The sessions will be from Monday to Friday. Okay. Every day 1 hour session will be there. About close to 2 months, I can say. We will not at any cost of point, we won't cross 2 months. It will be 50, 55 days. I can expect. We can expect.
No, yeah, that's pretty good, sir.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much. Looking forward to really walk into this fusion.
Yeah.
Because
if you have my contact details, just approach me. I think we didn't have a call prior to this session, I think.
Yeah, we didn't have a call prior, and I think it would be important at least to get your direct contacts, your WhatsApp and whatnot for direct communication where clarification is sought, you know.
Yeah. If you just reach out to me after this session, then we can have a discussion. If anything else.
Yeah, I'll do that, sir.
Thank you, Andrew.
Yeah, thank you.
So anything else we're having? Ravi, Severish, Ramesh, Amita, Mani.
No, sir, we are good for now. It was a good session overall.
Thank you very much. Okay, then. Hi, Charan.
I just want to know, like, whether it is in technical or functional. We are going to cover technical as well.
This is a techno-functional training, we can say that. So as I mentioned here, these parts will become part of technical actually. This inbound part, the customization, we can say. This is not a technical, but inbound is a technical part. We are not covering this part, the extracts, BI and TBI, but we are having a separate technical training where all these components will cover in the exclusive, comprehensive. But actually, this is a techno-functional, more will be concentrated on functional, and these parts will be covered. I'm not doing this outbound, but if anyone is interested out of box, they want to learn, then I will help you out in enabling the videos of this session at a free of cost. Not at all an issue for that.
It's a 45-day session or training?
It's not 45, it's close to 50, 55, I can expect, you can say.
Okay. So we are going to cover all the modules, including Oracle Recruitment Cloud also?
No. These modules we are going to cover.
Only highlighted ones.
Yeah, 4 modules, and in this also compensation, part of compensation, individual compensation we are going to cover. So this program we cannot extend with high level of introducing all the modules. Usually 4 modules will be delivered, but we have additional component along with these aspects including in that.
Okay, so we are going to discuss the technical aspects of these top 5 modules.
Yes, correct.
Okay. And also, do we have any course agenda like that you are going to share with us?
Yes. This Excel I'm going to share with you what we are going to cover. All these things.
Okay.
The PPT will be shared, and also all these things. And even every module end to end with screenshots, we are having a materials that will be also shared with you once enrollment is.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So you can keep this Excel as a reference, not only in the training time, even after getting into the job also. That there is a mandatory, I can say it is a course guide, I can say. Every task you can pick up or refer from this Excel, what I'm showing to you here.
Yes. Right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you everyone. Whoever not concerned to me earlier to this class, please come to my contact, as everyone know my contact details, or if required, just I'm pinging on this chat. Just approach to me after this session for having any kind of questions to you, any kind of information you want to. So this is Kumar. Sorry to tell, I have not introduced myself. Sorry for that. So I have put in the chat. If anyone want, you can copy it from this chat button. Okay. Or else you can go to our website and you can find in the Triotech software trainings. You will get all the details of mine. You can register with the contact form, or you can anything you can. Okay. So tomorrow also you can join for the same time, 7 to 8. Okay. For the same Zoom link, you can join the session. Thank you, team. Thank you, everyone, for your patience and joining for the session. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.